Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new drama, thriller, biopic, Words of War, and this film is from director James Strong, writer Eric Poppin, and focuses on the story of journalist Anna Politkovskaya, whose brave crusade was fighting for an independent voice in Putin's Russia. And this film focuses on this story of this journalist who is fighting against the more authoritarian approach to ruling in modern Russia and under Putin's rule, which seems like it's been going on for a pretty long time at this point. And you have Maxine Peake, who plays Anna, who I think is a really strong performance, trying to really anchor down this thriller, because this film, about 2 hours long, has this stark, dreary kind of tone and atmosphere to it. It is Russia, and it's not exactly the most lively, hopeful time in Russia. There's this foreboding feeling that's looming over this film, and I feel like Strong does a fine job of building up that tension. There's certain sequences in this film that do really deliver in that way. Whether it's this whole entire sequence where you have these quote-unquote terrorists and what the government does to them, and this film goes to some places in terms of showing the unfortunate real occurrences of what happened to this independent journalist who was really trying to fight for truth in a regime that used power and leveraged lies and trying to control the populace of Russia. And there's some really intense sequences all the way up until the end, and I think Strong's able to deliver on some of those elements to really engage you. Now, I do feel like the film hits on a lot of expected beats, expected trappings. You see, pretty standard tension between a wife who's journalist, who's putting her life on the line, and the struggle with her husband, Jason Isaacs is always fantastic. You also have Kieran Hines, Ben Miles, who pop up as some of the other supporting characters in this film that add some strong veteran presence to this film. And you do have a lot of familiar beats along the way in that kind of lowered this down from being any more than just, at sometimes pretty intense thriller, generally pretty standard storytelling and an expected approach to a story that we have seen before. It's not particularly fresh, but it does hit on very relevant themes in today's global world, and I feel like those kinds of elements are more important than ever. Even if the packaging isn't the most fresh or particularly interesting, you do have some strong performances, some solid directing with some high tension moments in the film, and some really poignant themes that tie it all together and make this at least a worthwhile experience. But those are my thoughts on Words of War. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.